Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Kind of like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. Marcus Morris is out there with Ilyasova. And it's Drummond in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. Jennings drives in. That's good. Jennings has got 8.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching. Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Ilyasova can't hit.
And, guys, how about Ilyasova last season shooting the basketball? Always a decent threat to score. His improvements in efficiency were amazing. He increased his field goal accuracy from 41 to 47% in only 1 year.
And we were talking about Ilyasova. There's a reason his field goal percentage went up last season. It wasn't necessarily better shooting. It was probably better shot selection.
And I think the scheme played to his strengths. Lots of ball movement, penetration, kicking out to open spot-up shooters. Ersan showed us that's his kind of game.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness. He's fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros. You could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Chicago calls timeout.
And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injuries. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. And it's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
Butler kicks to Dunleavy. High post shot. And again, Chicago. No good. Pistons trail by 6. Ilyasova dishes to Jennings. The Pistons working the ball around now. It's stolen by Dunleavy. Butler at the elbow. Boom, he jams it straight down.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half.
And, you know, back to D. Rose. He grew up in a brutally dangerous neighborhood on Chicago's south side. Some of that fearlessness, that competitiveness he exhibits was learned early on out of necessity.
It's tipped. Jennings with the steal. Takes it from 10. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And now just a 4-point Chicago lead. The Bulls have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And stolen by Drummond. And here we go. Fast break. Jennings has got it. Rose with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way. And that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
The Bulls making a switch here. Snell's checked in. And the wide open shot from Morris. Detroit, no good that time either. Chicago leading by 4. Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup. Solid margin of victory for them and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, actually excellent talent to make it special. And that combination is a winning one.
Outside Rose. Snell, the pass to Gasol. Count it from 12. Gasol's got 8 points.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Morris a screen. It's Jennings with the drive to tie. Again, the miss by Morris.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
A different look here for Detroit. Johnson comes in for Ilyasova. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Jody Meeks. Jennings kicks to Jackson. Rose against Jennings. The pass to Drummond. Shot is no good. Great defense that time from Noah. The Bulls leading by 3. Snell dishes to Rose. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Jackson's got the ball.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
And a quick check of the stats for Drummond. Coming off a terrific season. 2nd in rebounding, 10th in blocks, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And looking back to last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall, remarkable.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Detroit. Caldwell Pope comes in for Brandon Jennings.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Noah kicks to Butler. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. In the 3rd spot, the Pistons.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
Detroit with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Caldwell Pope passes to Jackson. There's a good screen. Down low, here's Baines. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, with Coach Stan Van Gundy, it was a very successful first year in Detroit. He's a guy who's going to build around defense. That's been his M.O.
And Van Gundy has always been a defensive first type guy, Kevin. I mean, the last 30 years, has probably the best defensive efficiency for a career as a coach. And his teams always play with great emphasis on that side of the ball.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Tony Snell. And it's Brooks in for Jimmy Butler. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, each side having a tough time staying in front.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Here's Baines. Chicago grabs the miss.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass, but it hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, but over a full game, I like their energy, and if they can maintain that level of effort, I think it bodes well for them down the stretch.
For Detroit, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
Shooting for Detroit.
The first one falls. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Andre Drummond. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for the Bulls. Heinrich comes in for Rose. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Heinrich. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And both free throws good from Heinrich. Here's Jackson.
Clock is clearly on their side.
Exactly, and they can hold it for the last shot, and I think they will.
He feeds it to Tolliver. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists now tonight. Just 4 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
Aaron Brooks is winding up right now.
Back